Thank you.
I, Lamin.
Lamin.
No, I, Lamin Jobateh. I, Lamin Jobateh.
Lamin Jobateh.
I, Lamin Jobateh.
Lamin Jobateh.
Lamin Jobateh.
Do swear that
Bekalilako.
I'll speak the truth,
Mbetonyale fola.
the whole truth,
Tonya be.
and nothing but the truth.
Fem fola jang mem manke tonya.
So help me God.
Woto alama ale ndema.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning to the audience, and good morning to you, Mr. Witness.
Sama Kiaman, Al Sama Council, Al Sama Lamerlal, Sama Sedo.
Welcome to the TRRC sitting in SL.
Bismillah, TRRC la Siodo, SL Sateokon.
And thank you for coming this morning to testify.
Barakaba Kela Songola Kana Sede Andiro di TRRC Jam.
As you already know, my name is Mariama Singate.
Come yalo nyamento to Mariama Singate leti.
And I will be leading you on behalf of the Commission today.
Nduntel betambile la nyinin karol ni jabirol kono commission toyala.
Like I told you earlier this morning,
Come ngafo nyamen komanto nyin somandanna.
this will be a conversation between you and I.
Ni mukka calde me yalon ko be tambilanteni tani tema.
So I'll ask that you feel at ease.
Mbe afole ko yesi e fansoro.
During the course of this conversation,
Nkacha ni wijo nyin kono.
I'll ask you follow-up questions
Be nyinin karol la me yalon ko be tarla bulani nyonoma.
just to clarify certain issues.
Nyin kamala ron ka kodol sene yandi ron.
For this morning,
Pour nyin somandanna.
we're going to delve into your background
Be follow la melna wala mun nyinti be la kibaro lonna ite fangola kuoto.
just for the Commission to know who you are.
Pour commission nyin kamala comme pour commission salon ite lam jumati.
Then we'll deal with the incident of the witch hunt.
Nimboda wala sida nata buwa jaburundo la buwa demo la kuoto.
We'll deal with the impact of the witch hunt on you and your family.
Sina nata which buwa demo nyinga kolea kol men sabu ite mani la dim family.
And then the commissioners will also it will have the opportunity to ask you questions.
Ni obora la commissioner fana kumo be dile la ninga tra moy nyinin karso re bela fe nyinin kala.
You will also be given the opportunity to address the nation at the end of your testimony.
Ni obora la kuma laba wonyi ita fana kumo bina murune fa kan ni kuma so bela fe ka men fo Gambia moli ani dunia be.
As you are already aware,
O men ya kala muda nyamen.
there is interpretation going on.
Kan nasoro be kerin ne nyin sidla kono be kono jang.
I know you do understand a little bit of the English language.
Ngalo ne ko ngay faham le ko tubabu kan e do mandin suute jele.
I'll ask that you don't fall into the temptation of answering the questions immediately I ask them.
Be dani la nyin nako ni nyin karo ke tay kana koronto nyin karo nyin jabi.
You wait for the interpreter,
Kan nasor la nyin si fere ke ikawlu batu.
then you can answer questions.
Isaje si jabiro nyin ke ni kan nasor la ya kan nasor.
If you do not understand any question that I put to you,
Ni naye nyin karo nyin kara ni ya ma faham.
do let me know and I will clarify the
Kada kol be
question for
kada
you.
kol be fere ya nyin ka ku isaja senayandi.
Can we begin with your testimony now?
Silansi ko nyin kuma seno la ba ila sede andro.
Yes.
Can you please tell the Commission your name?
Oy si toni konton fo no commission e bang.
Ntemu Lamin Jobateh.
My name is Lamin Jobateh.
When and where were you born?
E wuluta min tole andu wuluta sanjumale.
Wuluta Aljamdu Satel kon 1993.
I was born in the village of Aljamdu in 1993.
And where is that village located?
al jamdu abe minto ma fanne jang
Opanyome.
It is in Opanyumi.
Can you tell us when and where you received your primary and secondary education?
o sa fo no nye yele primary and secondary education ya commencé minto le
Ngana primary school ke stanun kule.
I did my primary school at Sitanunku.
Ngana junior school ke Esau.
I did my junior secondary school at SL.
Bara Esau.
Can you recall the year you completed your primary education?
e hakilo sa mo no sango men na yele primary education ko londi karamo ni ya bang sango men na ba
No, not mine ma capture.
No, I cannot capture the year.
How about your secondary education?
ile secondary education o dum
2009.
2009.
Junior school. Secondary education more okay, no, but junior school.
I did the junior school, but I cannot go to higher secondary schools.
You said you were in SL secondary.
iko ben eso secondary school lem
As
Yes.
at that time, where were you residing?
o wato e bit sabatri minto le
Mbe sabatu ni Esau jan.
I was resident at SL here.
With whom were you residing with?
e ni jumale be sabatri nu
Mbe mba male ya Maria Dafe.
I was staying at my mother's resident, Mariama Dafe.
Can you tell us about your days in school, how it was like?
o sa fo no nye tawe sango men na no be nun karamo da ko ni be nun la nyaadi le
Sangol min nambe karamu da kuwal nyimbe nyame.
ha
Wadon be school ngana secondary school ke bara Esau le.
I did my secondary school at Bara and SL.
Wata mo non kata school le no malin kana kuwal ke no anyama adia da nyame ndo.
At that time, I was able to do my things normally. I go to school normally,
O kunga ma stupid fana
and I am not a stupid person
in school.
in school.
Meaning that you were doing very well in school at that time.
wala ko to nyindi ko wato men e kata karamo da munda wato e ka kul kala nyama
Ha.
Yes.
Do you recall the witch hunt incident that happened in SL?
e hakilo sa mo no buwa de mo men kata eso sa ko na ba
Hade.
Yes.
Can you recall when it happened?
fo e hakilo sa mo no fana kata wati jumal la
February 9, 2009.
On the 9th of February 2009.
How old were you at that time?
o wato la ila sanji siyo be sanji jelu
16 years.
I was 16 years old.
And in what grade were you at that time?
be buku jelu o wato la
9.
I was at grade 9.
Can you tell us what happened on the day of the arrival of the witch hunters?
e sa fo no nye lungo men na nyimbuwa de malal nata mun keta
Hade.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
tente ya fonye
Lunne sodata lungol kono.
There was a day among the days.
Dimanche lungo.
It was on a Sunday.
Mbe na suwo kono.
I was at home.
Mbe kuro la jeton na uniform mbe ngawol le bonde no pokaku.
I took out my uniforms so that I can wash them.
Nena friend sole no be na uniform ol kuka.
And I was not alone, I was with friends. We were all washing our uniforms.
Sa nada tanta mo bantabato.
Then that's the time when we had drums at the Bantaba.
So nada wol nyama lota korda bundato.
So we came and stood at the compound's gate.
Ngeje yo fi
We looked towards the Bantaba.
nga tantan ko soje nga molje be tantan ko sol la
We
je.
saw people drumming at the Bantaba.
Nga molje mini yalan ko ye fe wulan le dum.
But we saw people also in red dresses.
Enen sojarol be nyono ma nen green yutole.
They were coming with soldiers followed by the green youths.
Ka dun sole kono.
They were entering compounds.
Son tel murta wol nyawan tata si non be na kuro la.
So we went back into the compound and continued washing our uniforms.
Mbe wole kamba kan.
That's what we were doing.
Afan nata mo flaje nyim mole kono elo mini yalan ko ye retrait bunte.
Then afterwards, we saw two people who were wearing these red clothes.
Sojarol be no ma nen green yutol.
They were followed by soldiers and the green youths.
San kilon nata o tambe da o dunta kono to.
One came and passed us and went inside.
San kilon nata tolbe kuro la dama nata jeto.
The other one came to the place where we were washing our uniforms.
Sa nada na atra no akonte ngambulo ay akongambulo diala.
He said, "Let me give him my hand."
But at the end of Flakon, la Mimbano Mino, Wale Afan in Mandinka Kaula.
He talked to me in Fula. The other man following him interpreted what he said in Mandinka.
Saokonyoko Akoye Bulo Diala.
That man told me, he said, you give him your hand.
Sayatala in Ferralambale Babulutin, Jamfama.
He was holding a big mirror, a long one.
Apongambulo Laji.
He said, let me place my hand on the mirror.
Sangambulo Laji Onyam.
I placed my hand on the surface of the mirror.
Afa Konyako Lojang.
He told me to stand aside.
Sao Monyol Fanang, I call Fanaye Bulo Laji.
He told my other friends to do the same thing.
Sawole Bulo Laji.
They all placed their hands on the surface of the mirror.
Akowole Si.
He told them to sit down.
Sa Kontanga Bulanum.
He said, let me follow him.
Afu Flakon la Samimbanoma, Wale Afan in Mandinka Kaula, Konyoka Koy Bulano.
He said this in Fula, and the man following him interpreted it to me in Mandinka and told me to follow him.
Sayonara Wale Nyama.
That's how I came.
Odin Kombida Traino, Green Yuto Boy Dobeje.
But when I wanted to go, there was one among the green youths, one boy.
Ata Sotole Benanin Genso.
I was wearing a short and a singlet.
Akonyoko Indlanto Sumaya Batale.
He told me this place is very cold.
Ngate Kurtu Janduanin Koto.
Let's go so that you can wear long trousers and a coat.
Sandunda Wanyama, Afe Lodan Nabundato, and Dunda Bunkona Kurtu Jandu Anin Koto.
So they came and stood at my house door. I went in, I wore long trousers, and I took a coat.
Mbulate no Mawanyama.
And I followed them.
Can you please tell us the people that came to your house?
The
soldiers.
In soldier role.
Were they carrying anything with them?
Soldier Kidobe Bulokono.
Yes, the soldiers were having guns.
Green youth of Franco Be Bulokono, coming docoming Katrapia, you will Bulokono, Betel Fanambul.
The green youths were having batons and sticks in their hand, like the sticks that some these security forces use.
The boys that were with you at that time, were you of the same age?
Well, some are older than me, but I'm also older than some of them.
You said they took your hand and placed it on the mirror. Did they do the same with the other boys that were around?
Yes.
Were there any other people apart from the boys in that compound?
Yes, there were other people in the compound, but the area where we were the only boys. The boys were the only people there.
At what time of the day was this?
4 to 5.
It was 4 to 5 o'clock.
When you were asked to place your hand on the mirror, what went through your mind at that time?
I didn't know, or I don't know why these people are telling me to place my hand on their mirror. I was afraid.
How about the time when you were asked to go and wear better clothes, that you were going at another place? How are you feeling then?
Because I don't know which place we are going. I don't know where the place is located. And I know I haven't seen any reason for them to tell me to go and wear these clothes. And I was afraid whether I'll come back or not.
Where was your mother at this time?
Because my mother had gone to spend the rainy season at our village.
Apart from asking you to place your hand on the mirror, did they tell you the reason why they were doing all of that?
They didn't tell me anything.
Did you know or hear of the reason why these people were in your compound?
fo yalon ma waranta fo yalon dalilo me asabu nyimol naati la korda kono ba
e malon.
No, I don't know.
So when you were asked to put on good clothes and you did put on the clothes, what happened?
biri ko eta fe nyala madum indu itata na fe nyala madum muna nata nake
Abin ya dun findeta na.
After wearing these clothes, I came out.
Mbalanta.
I refused.
Malla fikata.
I didn't want to go.
So kilimbe je no nata entulo busa.
One of them was there. He came and slapped me.
Akonya ko bulano wa no by force.
He told me, if you have to follow me by force.
So ta mun financial ta no ko nyani nyimbe mfala jamba ngabule no wa no malo munata.
I was gripped by fear at that instant. I said, before this man will kill me here, let me follow him.
Who among them slapped you?
ikono jumale yetulobum
Green youth ole.
It was a green youth.
And what was the situation like that made him slap you?
ko ning alhalo kera nyaadi le fo anata na ay na ne tulobum
Wa akonga tale no insistant comme mantala.
They said, let me go with them. I insisted and said, I am not going with them.
Konti tala so dalilo ngami anu wala na elip.
I said, I am not going. I think that's the reason why he came and slapped me.
How about the other boys that were around? Did they react to what was going on?
it monyo lo kambandi monyo ini men be nyokan jeno fo kabri o kera wol fanan imanya itandile bam
Lo mamanya itandi lo tale benni jube ka.
Well, they didn't do anything. They just stood and were looking at me and looking at what was happening.
What happened afterwards?
munena na ke bri o botala
So ni tata wala nyama.
That's how I went with them
Fombina fun futata banta bato.
until we reached the Bantaba.
Ato ay no mol be siran kawin fura jenga mol je siran banta bako.
When I went there, I saw people sitting at the Bantaba.
Before we get to the Bantaba,
ennembe fudala banta baro kuoto
I just want to know whether you were the only one that was taken from that compound.
lafita lon nala don fo ite dammal kita moti e memgonde o korda nyin kono bam
Hani.
No, I was not the only person.
Who else did they take from the compound?
na bode tele jumale fanan samba
Nada je yena suti e fanan tambindi o fanan beno weni o betaka.
I later saw our yard owner being led by these same people out of the compound.
And can you tell us who this person was that was being led out of the compound?
fo isa fo no wala mun jumati e jumale fanan tambinde wala mu ila suudi yoro mun jumati
Alaji biji sonko.
Alaji Biji Sonko.
Can you tell us how he was being taken out of the compound?
fo isa fo no ya samba al hala nyaadi le nyama
Ajele na beno kan.
I saw that he was following them.
Do ba koma.
Somewhere behind him,
Ha ena betakan.
they were going with him.
So what happened when you got to the Bantaba?
munena nata na ke bring al fudata banta baro
Kawin tala fun futata banta bato.
When we went until we reached the Bantaba,
Afa kilimo beje no green youth kilimo akongata si mole kono no ye capture sol menu mutebe sirum banta bako to.
one of the green youths informed me to go and sit among the captured people at the Bantaba there.
San kilimo beje mato londe ba kontom sillalti.
There was one among them. I don't know his name, but his surname was Silla.
Wakaya ko ino nyimudindingolti no praita si nyimol kono yendlando.
That other man said, this man is a small boy. How can you tell him to go and sit among those people?
Akai sam baton ay tasi boso kono ay mola ay time ay baton woto.
That's the time he said, no, okay, let him go and sit on board the bus and wait for the people there.
Akai ko yu akai ba boso kono akai na kanata akai ko itali akanandi.
He said, to sit in the bus, well, if he escapes, then it is because of you.
Na santara si boso kono wanya.
Then I went and sat inside the bus.
You said the other man told the other one that you cannot sit where the captured people were sitting.
iko jeto ke killing beje onata na fo ke do ko ite mu dindingol ite sino la nyimuta mol kono
Where were they sitting?
e be nun siri mintole
Ibe sirum banta bale to banta bako to.
They were sitting at the Bantaba under the tree there.
As at that time, were there other people around apart from these captured ones that were seated at the Bantaba?
o watola fo mo ko tan dol tarta nun jele ba ning abota nyimol la menal ko muta mol le be siri banta baro je
Ha mol beje.
Yes, people were there.
Mol beje mini yalon ko nata lo ke jube.
People were there who were just spectators or onlookers.
Green youth ol beje be tantan ko sola.
Green youths were there drumming.
Sojarol nin kidoli be lorangi.
Soldiers were standing around with guns.
How did you feel in the midst of soldiers with guns and spectators around looking at you?
Wokidete fe nyaadile sojarol be lore yemuru yebula tema korosir lal fana be lore be joros be korosiro la wokidete fe nyaadile
silata lem maluta.
I was afraid and I was embarrassed too.
Because mol be lore no benji be kan.
Because people were standing down looking at me.
Sojarol nin kidol be lore safo ni nga mo fa kule ke wala nga kudol.
Soldiers were standing there with their guns. It appears that if I had killed a person or something very bad.
What was it that made you feel embarrassed?
Mune malundije akoni kon.
Ndo malel be janin kotole anin kafnyo mali.
Well, there were people who can be my younger brothers. People were there who can be my elder brothers and some elders too.
Anin kuma kan min fanan ka foje be on futata banda bato wala nyindi ko ino ko buwa mutala lel nata jan so be buwa lel mutaka.
And the word going around at that time at the Bantaba was that these people are witch hunters. The people being captured are witches and wizards.
Was it when you got to the Bantaba that you realized that the people being captured were alleged of being witches?
Four. Ifrarin ko la Bantaba to lamba ya kalamuta ko nyimmol me yalan ko yemuta tumiri ye tumini la ko buwalel muyti.
Yes.
And upon realizing this,
what
was going on in your mind?
Ko mol ben defana njube la min ka wala yindi ko konte mu buwale de.
Well, I thought that people also will start looking at me with the eyes that I am a witch or I am a wizard. Which means that I am eating my fellow human beings. That's where I started crying. Because of the shame at that instant moment and how people will look at me tomorrow.
Among the people that were captured at that time, was there anyone else you saw that was your age mate?
Among all the people who were there, I was the youngest among them.
Because the
people there, I can say that they are my father's age mates and my mother's age mates. Some can even be my grandparents.
So where did they take you to separate you from the people that were seated at the Bantaba?
I was taken to the bus. Then that's where they made me sit down.
At the time you entered the bus, were you the only one there?
Yes, initially I was alone on board the bus.
Did other people eventually join you in the bus?
Yes, when they started bringing people into the bus, others found me there.
And those are the people you're referring to as people that could have been your father, your mother's age mate, or even your grandparents.
Yes.
Did you have a conversation with any of them on the bus?
No, on board the bus, I didn't talk to anybody.
As at this time, you had already boarded the bus? Where were the soldiers, the green boys, and the people in red?
Sojarol ni jambagara dunnal anin fewulen dunnal ile o watola
ata dolbe sare kono dolbe lo ngindo yemine muta dolbe lo wal kunto je.
At that time some of them were inside the village and the rest were standing over the people who were captured.
And do you know why they were standing over the people that were captured?
yala na mona ya sabu be lori ngol kunto men yalon ko muta mollem faka pare
namiro to wala indu koy malla fele pour yeta
what I think is that they didn't want these people, maybe they can run away, but that's what they don't want.
At that time, did you feel that you were being detained at that place?
Fo o watola isondo ila miroro ite yete detain na wala yesindi dulakil na be mutola kono yesindi wala na yesindi jeba
ha mbe mutola kono.
Yes, I was under custody.
From the Bantaba, where were you taken?
Bring albota banda bato je yesamba mintole
yesamba afe na kabina re mo be dundi boso kono.
Afterwards, we were all made to board the bus.
Dol sita dol lota.
Some sat on the chairs and some stood.
Yensamba Fort Blem.
We were taken to Fort Bulem.
Yendundi jeto.
We were taken inside.
So afo fane na re yembe sindi lakile.
And when we went to Fort Bulem also, we were all made to sit down at one place.
But Fort Blem nga mo killing jeto kabin fon futa dangaje.
But Fort Bulem, I saw one person there when we arrived there.
Abulo be kofring na nyada nyinga no yellow babala.
Hey, Abulobe Nyadi.
Abulobe kofring ya abulo.
Yes, I saw somebody there whose hands were handcuffed and there was blood on his face.
Who was in this individual you saw handcuffed and with blood on his face?
Imala ni mari de menje ya long me ya long ko ya bulo handcuffo wato landum yelobe findika anya dal bala
Lamin Jobateh.
He's called Lamin Jobateh.
Seeing him in that condition, handcuffed and blood on his face, what came to your mind?
Birite nyaaya jo al halo nyama abulobe sitiring yelobe findika anya dato munata na isondo mokono
Nsondo mokono ngami je ko len koy kanam be ketende.
Well, what I thought was that this is what's going to happen to all of us.
And what was that exactly?
wala mundi famfanke
Yembulol ta yen kofi ya yembute.
Well, to handcuff us and beat us.
And when that thought crossed your mind, how did you feel at that point?
riwo miro nata ne sondo mokono o ketete fe nyaadi le
Nsilata le ninse kanano je fa mbe kanala le.
I was afraid if I could have escaped from that place, I would have gone.
Can you tell us about the place, how it felt like being in the midst of all those people?
Hoy sa fo nanye dingira nyindo je ite tarta nun jede ite do umul kono je o warola o keta je nyaadi je kete fi nyaadi le
Ne ku ya tale kadunte dam male mudindin uti jeto mol be kono.
I was very, very unhappy because I was the only child among all those people captured.
Inara ninke bal kafundi no kafu ko non telmu bualede.
And later on, we were all put together, myself and all those elders, saying that we were witches and wizards.
The soldiers and the green boys and the people in red, where were they at that time?
ni sojaro anani jamba kare dunnal anani fewulen dunnal memu moroldi ibe minum mintole o watola
Ibe jele.
They were there.
Did you recognize anyone from that place?
o dingira nyindo je fo mo soro la baye men suute ba
Do sute jele no ke koyolemu.
I recognized somebody there, a fair-colored person,
Yeah, a tofta ten.
and a tough guy.
Go Italian to sabane no even karaja na bawa jo fon le compano de sabanje.
Well, these people were ahead of us. Even going to Baba Job's compound, they reached the destination before us.
This person that you're referring to that was tough and tall, do you know his name?
ibe mari men na tay ka fo ko ay santo soto lay bolo soto fo ya tolo ne ba
No matolo.
No, I don't know his name.
You said you did recognize him.
ko ya suute
Ah.
Yes.
If you see a picture of him, would you be able to recognize him?
ibe sidula men do ni ala natalo tandira fo ba suute la ba
Ade.
Yes.
Can you point him out even if he was somewhere in a crowd?
ko hani fo si bulo chodi na la fa hanara be jamale kono ibe si bulo chodi na la jama kono
Ha.
Yes.
I want to show you something that was standard as Exhibit 105.
mlafita ka fenne tandila me yalon ko komando ya dundinin biya mo kono ka ke sede yarangoti andu ye to diala wala exhibit 105
Look at those pictures and tell me whether that person is among them.
ñin natalol jube be men jube kada yaay fonye fo ñin natalol kono amari be ñimbe jele ba
Nyene fon fam bam.
Which
This is
number
the
is
man.
that
No,
exactly?
number one.
Number one.
Mr. Chairman, looking at Exhibit 105, that's the witness that was identified by two previous witnesses as Jala, Sehu Jala. What was his role in that place, if you can recall?
I think he was the leading figure at that place.
What made you think that he was a leading figure at that place?
Because he was the guy giving commands. Come this way, go and sit down there, do this and that.
What would you say if I suggest to you that he was just a bystander? He was just a bystander there.
Ite be muna fola ninga info ko atemu moltro me alon ko mole me alon ko abe jele don ka tara lorin je
wod lanto de ento sonno ko because nte ngaje nyame ndo woto amanda lorin kensenke je.
Well, I will not take that as a fact, because the man I saw and how I saw him there and his behavior, he was not there just to be a bystander.
Was he the only one that appeared to be leading the group, to tell them what to do?
Ata derenum ketam moti bang membe kafoni membe silol tandiga alnyinke bang fatake dronam ketam modi men ka silol tandi mo la jeba
nte hakilo ya telemuta je.
Well, my mind focused on him for that role.
Do you know which security outfit he belonged to?
Yala na borna tabe na banko tanko bunda fanna juma.
Just by looking at his appearance.
Ni ala al halo don jube.
Soldier.
He was a soldier.
Apart from this particular individual we recognized,
Ninga borani nyimari la yin mensurieten.
did you recognize any other person from the people that brought you there?
Fodo koten soron dala ba yemen suriye jeba mol meye sambaje.
Ani.
No.
When you were at Fort Bullen,
Biri benum Fort Bullen.
can you tell us what happened?
Ko isa fono nyamuna na tanake.
Yang gathered la kilene.
We were all gathered at the same place.
Afa en be sirang jeto.
We were sitting there.
Ni meri kilim beje.
We were there with one old woman.
Non ni meri kilim bejeto.
Mero.
Ha bejeto.
One old woman was there with us.
Akonye ko boyo lamin je foyete fana mutale.
He asked me, Boyo, Lamin, oh, are you also captured?
Nkaya ko ha.
I said, yes.
Akonye ko nyi wonga ala seje ngata ila moy dambe kata minke.
She told me, now, let's put our faith in Allah and listen to them and see what will happen after.
What?
Who was that old lady?
Nwala muske badi meroti.
Nasali.
She's called Nasali.
And what was your relationship with Nasali?
Enin Nasali mun badi yala benate ma.
Amamari ma walen kafnyo ma.
I am a friend to her grandson.
Do you know the full name of Nasali?
Nasali to fawon yalo ne ba.
Nka kumandi nasalela.
We call her Nasali. But ima kontongolong.
No akondong malum fo sonko lembay no for you, but na.
I'm not sure whether her surname is Sonko, but we used to call her Nasali.
Did you remain at Fort Bullen?
Altuta Fort Bullen ba.
Ntuda jele bafte natam bondi jele.
We were there for some time, but later on, we were removed from Fort Bullen.
Can you tell us where you were taken after Fort Bullen?
Fo isa fono nya bri yal bondi Fort Bullen yal samba mintole.
Yen dundi boso kono.
We were put on board a bus.
Ntala nga ferry cross.
We went and crossed with the ferry.
At what time of the day
Ning kata tilo montoro wati jumalla.
did you board the ferry?
Al bulata ferry yokono.
This was around 7-8.
This was around 7 to 8.
Apart from the people that you initially came with from SL,
Ninga bota molla ini menu borona nyola eso follow.
do you know if other group of individuals that were not from SL joined you?
Fo ila londoto fo yalo no moko tan dol sota jale me yalon koy mambo eso.
Nga modol tara Fort Bullen le no jointa boso kon way mo wollong.
We found some people at Fort Bullen. They also joined the bus, but I don't know them.
Can you tell us the size of that bus.
Boso nyin na fano fo isa fono nyaba.
Boso nya fantale no ajam fata.
The bus is a long one and it is a wide bus too.
Mol mini lota jani mini sita roughly no ase 50 sino le.
The people who were occupying the seats and those who stood could go up to 50.
When you were going from Fort Bulem to cross the ferry,
Bring albora Fort Bulem kata tay ferry ola.
the people that escorted you to Fort Bulem,
Minni yal tembu yal samba Fort Bulem.
did they join you?
Foy kafdal maleba.
Ha e be nyato le.
Yes, they were ahead of us,
Dol be koma.
somewhere behind us.
Where were you taken?
Yal samba min tole.
En samba jana Jenyi manje to bot kabin futa de nganye ne karo ki je ko baba job la kordalen jete.
I cannot name the place, but when we arrived there, I asked people and they told me the compound belongs to Baba Job.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at Baba Job's compound?
Foy isa fono nya bring al dara fal futa Baba Job la kordar mun na tanake.
Kabin futa de yembe jindi boso kono.
When we arrived there, we were all made to alight from the bus.
After yen sindi salibatu.
Then we were taken into a big hall, a parlor, and where we sat down.
Dante anko tile kensen ne beje an sirante je.
But there were no chairs there, but the floor was tiled.
So afan be siringe no fa meta.
We were sitting down there for up to some time.
Ye Simon fena.
They brought in dinner.
E komo le Simon.
They said we should have dinner.
Afa dolbe je wali adomo dobe je on ma adomo.
Some ate, but others didn't eat anything.
Ha so e konye ko ne ko minne ko nal mayin domo alkata mi mi aboro nyum kuniata le no alami because for so hinde fan konta min na no ye wala e domo le ye wala fani.
Well, some people came and told us that you people who refuse to eat this, you should eat this food because the medicine you are going to drink is very, very bitter. So me myself initially I refused to eat the food.
So afa kabin Simon keta.
Then after that dinner,
Inata yella.
I just wish to ask you a few questions before you move on to what happened next.
La vite nyinin kar dantan na jani be tenten na menketa.
When you arrived at Baba Job's compound,
Bring al futa Baba Job la kordar.
who did you meet at the compound?
Ale jumale tara kordanyin kono.
Kordanyin kono nga soja rol tarajel.
we found soldiers inside the compound.
Apart from the soldiers, who else was in that compound?
Ning abota soja rol la jumal le benunje kotanke.
Train you tol bejele.
The green youths were there.
Itellel fon tabiroke.
In fact, they cooked that food.
In that compound, can you please describe the environment for us?
O kordanyin kono je. Foy si kordanyin na dandango nyimbe nyamen je. Foy si fono mole bang.
Kordanyin dandang.
Korno to je ko je kol jebe nyaadi le.
Akono do no ya fence kordanyin no ya fence balemu.
The compound has a big fence around it.
So afa bungo beje no so yimu yimbunjang da kordanyin fantale da.
There is a building in the compound, a story building, but it's a wide compound.
So when you had already eaten dinner,
Bring altara fo al simanta.
what happened next?
Munana tanake.
So mbe wol nyama afa de ko moli na moli line.
Well, that's how we were sitting there until at a time they came and said we should make a line.
Sa molbe o line wala.
When we made that line,
So nte fanan be line o nyin kono.
I was also standing in that line.
Min nata e muta jando.
Those who came and captured us from here,
Anata diam da flakan la.
they came and talked in Fula.
Afa den green youth boy do ko ya kono ka koy bojang.
One green youth boy said, he told me that the man said I should leave the line.
Sa tambita
He passed.
akono ka koy bulano.
He said, let me follow that man.
Mbulata no man selta santo.
I followed him. We climbed up.
Ntara fo santo mbe sirangedo.
We went up and I was made to sit down.
Sa nyin soja ro nyin natana.
This soldier came inside.
Ngami yitande jan number 1 nyin.
The man I showed you on the image of the man I pointed at here.
And that is the man that has been identified by 2 previous witnesses as Sehu Jallow.
wala mo moti kewti me yalon ko seede fula ye bulo chodala jang ko ato mu Seku Jallow le
ha wala
Yes, that's him.
What happened when you met that man there?
munena na ke brita rasando yo kewni taraje
sa adiam tanye
He talked to me.
afan konye ko foye boro nyimminne
He asked me whether I had already drank the medicine.
nkai hani
I said no.
nkai ko hani
I said no.
saya fade na nata diam fulonyi
Then that's the time when he talked to the fuller man.
wakonye atent Seku Jallow nata konye ko ako yinyale kedimi
Then Sehu Jallow came to me and said that the fuller man said, I have eye problems, my eyes are paining.
nkai ente nyabi kandimi
I said, my eyes don't pain me, I have no pain in my eyes.
akonye ga ko nyabe wuler nyame no nyale kedimi
He told me, the man said, the way how your eyes are red, then your eyes have a problem.
nkai ente ne wulutal
I said, I was born like this.
akay ko saimbe munekela
He asked him, what are we going to do?
akay ko abe $500 jola pour ngajara
He said he's going to pay $500 so that I can cure him.
In what language were they communicating?
be diamu kan muy tol mo fulo be diamu kan mun nin kannela
itolbe diam kam fula kan wala
They were discussing in Fula.
na saate Seku Jallow na tel ka fonta yen mandin ko
Then Sehu Jallow now interprets whatever is said to me in Mandinka.
Go on, please.
tenteng
sa ko nyebe $500 jola
He said I should pay $500.
nkai ko kottente bulo kon
I said, me, I have no money.
nkai because ye muta dame te fon jejele
I told him, the place where you captured me, you've seen the place.
nkai ni ka mu jara no ina la mol ka silali ya kaja wale na mari fon ya kaja
If you want to treat somebody for an illness, you have to discuss with the person's people and the person himself before starting the treatment.
nkai bote ate altel ma woke
But you people didn't do that.
nkai to lente force alien sambana dal ma fonye fanan dalilo mi yat nan ke sambana
You forced me and brought me here, and you didn't even tell me why you are bringing me here.
sa embe wol nyama
That's how we were.
Seku Jallow ina nata fa ko to sa ya giya ta bor min dilat
Then Sehu Jallow later told me that the man said I should go downstairs and go and join those who are going to drink this medicine.
sa entata wolto
That's where I went back there.
da atra no be futa je ngam mo kilene taraje mi yalon ka ba min kan
But there I found only one person. I found only one person there who was drinking the medicine.
sa em futa da jeete
When I arrived there,
ha wala mo la
he was the last person in the lineup which was made initially. He was the last black person who drank medicine.
Before you got to where the medicine was,
ben ibe fudela boro nyimbe damento
did you see the other people that had lined up to drink the medicine?
For you,
Apart
mo-
from this one individual.
yo mo ko tawol jele bam menu ben rangoto nyinu be boro mi ngola nabota nyim mo kilo ngola ba
no mo wal je because in tata nin koma la ngindi nin koma la
No, I didn't see those people because he took me by the back way when we were coming down the stairs.
Go on.
tenteng
sa konye ko ila fengol bondi
He told me to take out my possessions.
akon ngana dendi ko bondi
He told me to take out my shirt, to take off my shirt.
nga man wanke Seku Jallow de da atra no mole beje mi yalon ko fana man fonye mo role mbay no fomune wol konye ko ila fengol bondi
That is different from Sehu Jallow. It's the person I found downstairs who was giving me these instructions.
fula kan ka diam wala mo baba la je mi yan ko ka fonye ni mandin ka kan
He was speaking in Fula, and there was somebody near him who was also interpreting this man's language to me in Mandinka.
akon ya ko el dendi ko bo
He told me that the man said, let me take off my shirt.
akon ngana kurto fana bondi
He said, let me take off my trousers.
sa akon ngadun konoto
He said, let me go inside.
sa
When you took off your shirt and your trousers,
biri yele dondi ko ni la kurto wura
were you left with anything else?
fo dum feto fara do tar nan tan bar tarte balo balo
ha boxa bembalale
Yes, I was wearing a boxer underneath.
Go on,
tenteng
please.
tenteng
sa en dunta woje wolto
That's when I entered inside.
nganku
I bathed
jiyo nyinna
with the water.
sa en findita nam banda
Then I came out.
How did you bathe with the water?
jiyo ni ye ko wala nyaadi le
nga kopo le bula kono no nga son fonka.
I took a cup and I scooped some water with it from that pan and I poured it on myself.
Did you voluntarily go pick up a cup and put the water and you poured it on yourself?
Fo katao jio nyimbi aso ifanga yake dia nyesa isawala ba.
Ma ken sawala.
No, I didn't do it according to my will.
Kada tel ko dunje no yake.
Because I was instructed by that man to go in there and do as he told me.
How did the water feel on your skin?
Balo yenyi kabri njio nyinta yaso ibalo bala kite ibala faro bala nyadi le.
Yenyi ben naman dinne.
The water was slippery.
Be namarin balo bala no ningamta funfonka akaning fa ka serale.
And apart from the slipperiness of the water, it was also smelling. The water.
Actually, he said the water was slimy and smelly.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You can go ahead.
When I came outside, there was some water inside a big pan. He himself scooped some water inside a cup and gave it to me. He told me to drink it. I took the water and drank it. He told me, you are a child. It's not necessary for you to drink more than this. It's enough. After drinking that, I went back into that parlor.
The water you were made to drink, can you tell us how the taste was like in your mouth and how you felt when you drank it?
The water was very, very bitter. And there were small things inside the water which I don't understand what they are.
What happened after you drank this water?
Then I went back and sat down in the parlor.
For 5 minutes.
I was there for 5 minutes. Then I wanted to vomit. I was unable to vomit. My head started aching.
Hana mamme ba kala don do manda ñu kol start ka kela ba
ha mamme ba kay no 5 minutes.
It was just around 5 minutes after drinking the medicine that these symptoms started.
During the space of that 5 minutes,
community lulo ñing kono,
were you able to observe what was
kol koros me alon ko membe ke kay ibara barola jeba idanda wala jeba
ndafa dandam balaje
ha
ngadol je no min yalan ko yamin.
I saw some people who had already taken the medicine.
Their
behavior was very bad.
Can you tell us what you meant by their behavior was not proper? What did you see them do exactly?